And thank you so much. First of all, everyone, please give a hands of applause to Dr. Nepal Singh ji to give a kick start to this another session. This is the third session in the continue of this second day of Industrial Relation Conference.
Thank you, Virji. And thank you, people manager magazine and the other team members for. I'm audible?
Yeah, you are fully audible.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and it's my privilege to be part of this August gathering here, as well as to share my thoughts, what I have experienced. The PPT is also prepared, but it's on the global perspective. But here I will share on my own experience and some inputs from it I gathered from here and there. So, can I share the PPT?
Yes, please. Dr. Nepal Singh is from the public, banks, and however, when we talk about especially to the diversity or especially the different arrangement or the shifting arrangement we have to make. So in the public sector, there the actual experience we can say I say it as in the flexible working arrangement. So in the public sector, especially into the banking categories, there are the multiple shifting. So the experience which he is going to share, that he has been actually experienced, and that same insight you are getting with the Dr. Nepal Singh ji. So now it is over to you. Please, everyone, be conscious and not then to be active. Your participation are utmost here to helping the speaker, also to motivating, and we as in the people manager platform coordinator, so we can bring most of such sessions for you to enhancing your knowledge with as in the our objective, that is art of possible and bringing it to the conventional. Thank you so much, Dr. Nepal Singh ji. Now it is everything over to you.
Is it visible?
Yes, your screen is fully visible to everyone.
Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome.
Here, my topic is the flexible working arrangement. What to do when any disputes arise during the process. I will go with the definition in a researcher make in 2009 during the research doing a study in the banking industry. That is the Coster and Booth in 2009. The definition what they have considered the flexible work arrangement is that a flexible work arrangement is a plan that allows for changing time, place, or any regular procedural job in a manner that is manageable and predictable for both employer and employee without compromising the quality. So it's cover the timing, location, as well as the regular procedures. So here, what we will focus on some benefits what the employees are having with the flexible work arrangement, as well as the employer, what kind of benefits the employer are having. So, with those points, the few agendas are also there. Here we will go for the some balancing rights. What kind of the rights the employees are having with these flexible arrangements? What kind of the obligations and the employers are having? What kind of the reforms through that? And while the how, if any disputes, how that can be resolved on the table between the both parties.
Can you make your screen into the center, because yeah, this is now right. Okay, thank you so much.
So let understand the employee rights. Here the spelling is missing. The employee, what kind of employee rights regarding the flexible work arrangements, like what the employee wants, what kind of the rights he has having at the workplace. He want to be freedom, having the with association with any kind of unions or trade union. So one can be associated with kind of the or any kind of the association what with whom they want to be associate, and so they can proceed on the bargaining with through that way and get the demand match with the employer. Another, The elimination of the all forms of force and labor force means there is no compulsion or being treating them the slaves or like forced labor. They are not to be treated as a forced labor. They are not binding. They have to work as hand of hand on the wish of the management, or they are not if they are not interested in to do particular work or any hazardous work, any unwarranted timings, so they can bargain with that. Another is the abolition of child labor. If the employer want to reduce the cost and want to the cheaper level to enter, which is against the law, so they such kind of the be prohibited in the organization. And discrimination, right of discrimination, they should not be treated equally fairly in the organization for any kind of the career advancement, training, development, self development, as well as the any employment or any kind of occupation or any kind of relocation or transfer, whatever. Another is the healthy working environment, psychological safe environment, fairly treated. There is no one should be treated discriminatory, fair treatment. Everyone be treated equally in the organization. No, if some benefits one has to one person, one employee being provided, and another have been declined. So such approach should not be to the management. So another points are like the social security benefits, protection of wages. So no discrimination. We are having the law Equal Remuneration Wages Act 76. Redress of grievances mean if anybody has raised the complaints, it should not be discriminated treated. And right to organization, forms of trade unions, collective bargaining, participative management. All these are kinds of the rights of the employee they can have, and they can raise with the association or individually as per their requirements. And what is the benefits to the employer? What is the benefits to the employer if they are having the flexible work arrangements or kind of the suitability in their organization? The what employer has to set the policy, to manage the business. To manage the business, they have to frame some policy, and through that policies, they have to maintain the procedure, system and procedure, and discipline, and implementing of that policies, compliance, and controlling work methods, procedures, deciding wages and remuneration, and increments, promotions, transfers, and separation, termination of employment, exit, and as well as the other some conditions can be like the conduct based conditions may implement like harassment, sexually harassment. One should not be misbehave with the peer colleagues, female staff, no gender discrimination. Such kind of terms condition can be fit by the employer during the terms condition in the policies, in the file framing that policy. All these these are the two set of the rights for the employees as well the employers. So earlier nowadays the flexible work arrangements being more in demand after, especially after the post pandemic. The flexible work arrangement is more in demanding as the new generations are in working from homes. They are looking for they are comfortable, more avoiding the competition, and we're going to move to the big cities. So such kind of it also helps the employer as well to reduce the cost. Now, like we have discussed earlier, what the benefits of the flexible work arrangements. Happier, more satisfied employees. Certainly, they are happy. Useful for recruitment. We have to attract the employees, attract the candidates through that, through providing these benefits. reduce the cost. Naturally, it helps the employer to reduce the cost. Better retention, it helps in retaining the talent. More sustainable business practice with lower carbon footprint. Of course, there's some practices which, like I said, avoid the commutation, which also help using the digitization, like the paperless working, and reducing the cost of the fuel using the personal vehicle during commuting from work to office to home, home to office, and the better work support working parents, like the work-life balance, it gets better during the if you provide the flexible work arrangements. And why it is important? Flexible work arrangements are crucial for enhancing employee engagement and retention. They align organizations' goals with individuals' needs, ultimately fostering a more productive and satisfied workforce in a competitive job market. Like, all these benefits help the uh, ultimately sustainability of the organization and the productivity, as well as the satisfaction of the employee. So all these aspects helps in the continuity and good maintenance of everything in the organization, in with the both the party, employee and employer. The relationship go healthy with those aspects. Here, like we discussed, the employee rights to request for flexible work arrangements. Like, I will share some examples in our organization, like what happens. Here's the mentioned entitlements, legal entitlements. Entitlements means
But
officially permitted things. One can
yeah,
claim as a right. Anything? Uh, okay. What is officially can be claimed by the employee? That is the entitlement. Like we have the maternity benefit. Like, maternity benefit is a rights of the female employee. It's a natural process. But what happened 2 3 times I have seen in during my service period, a lady gone on the sabbatical leave. Sabbatical means unpaid leave. One can avail during the whole service up to 2 years, a minimum and a stretch of for 3 months. But that lady gone on sabbatical leave for the 1 year, and during that period, she got pregnant and expecting and deliver a baby. After during that sabbatical period, because during the sabbatical the employee is not paid anything. So after during the sabbatical leave, that lady without completing the sabbatical period requested for the maternity leave. But uh, people who are looking after that, they have declined that we can't provide you because you are already on sabbatical leave and you are already on leave. But after completing of the sabbatical leave, she again requested, and she has not reported to office, but she continued during the organization on the leaves. Actually extended the leave, but she and said that I will be proceed on the maternity leave, as she claim as a right. Okay, but what happened when the organization, after some long deliberations in the organization, the clarification sought by the higher offices, it comes that that lady has to report for a day, and after that she can proceed on the maternity leave. She was not ready to come, and she was somewhere else, and but we have convinced her that you have to, because the break is required between the two side, because you are on the maternity sabbatical leave, which is discontinue, and you are not being paid. You have to join, and on after that you can proceed. But so she, after some time, she agreed and joined for a day and proceed on the maternity leave. after 1 year. So that is the her rights she are to be claimed. Also, in our organization, as per the Maternity Act, a female employee has to work minimum 80 days in a organization before proceeding on the maternity leave. What in our organization we are having the clause that without even if she join on the first day and she want to proceed on the maternity leave from the next day, she can proceed. You see, that is not, there is no binding go for the 80 days prerequisite service for proceeding on the maternity leave. And similarly, there are some cases like as you are, we are, and you might be aware that in the banking sector, especially in public sector, we have a shortage of staff. So due to that aspect, people, so many females are asking for the sabbatical leave, and our some officers decline that due to shortage of staff, we can't allow you sanction your sabbatical leave because we are not having the requisite staff. You can postpone and go after few months. There's some issues comes to the office controlling offices, and we ask what can we do better, because if she genuinely required the sabbatical leave for caring, for higher study, or for caring of children, or taking of the care of their old parents, so she can go for. We have discussed with case to case, and if somebody genuinely required immediately, we request to their senior, allow them. And in some cases, we discuss if she can postpone 1 or 2 months, she can claim after 2 3 months. Whenever we will be in the position to provide the substitute for staff proceeding on the sabbatical leave. So such kind of the facility privileges are already there. And there's some cases in the organizations also, like few years back when the banks were under the PCA, preventive corrective action. Means PCA means what are the benefits you are getting, privileges being paid, provided by the bank. That would be cut. The facilities may be reduced by the bank management on the basis some of the benefits have been cut, some perks have been reduced by the bank, and as because the bank is not progressing, not getting the profit, doing the profit, so management decided we have to cut some facilities to the staff. So these kind of the privileges can be cut as per the requirement of the management, as we can't claim that is our entitlement or that is the privileges. So like in our regulations or officers regulation, leave provisions, we are entitled to get leave during the year. Some so many types of leaves are available in the organization, like earned leave or privilege leave, casual leave, sick leave, and sabbatical leave, extraordinary leave, or bereavement leave, or other special leave, so many other types of leave. But leave in the regulation is clearly defined is you can't claim leave as a rights. We have been provided the leave, we are entitled, but it's the competent authority to decline the accept or not accept your leave. That is the discrimination. So such kind of the issues comes to the day-to-day basis in the organization, which can be manageable as with the cordially with the interactions of the employer-employee or the employee. Say in similar situation like we have the transfer policy in our organization as well. What the transfer policy, it's provide the opportunity to rotate the employee after 3 years. In administrative 5 years, and some conditions may be early as per the case to case, but in routine it's minimum 3 years. And recently our management had draft a policy after approval of the board, and drawn, circulated to the employee. The association, the major association, have not happy with that policy. There are some conditions mentioned that would be which were going to affect the to some so many members of that association. So they have started the non-cooperation to the management that we are not going to cooperate you, and we will not do after
ये
5
कुल जगह
o'clock.
थम ले जे
Hello. Okay. Uh, after 5 o'clock, we are not going to cooperate in any kind of the work and to the management. That was kind of the, and only the employee will come at 10 o'clock, and after 5 o'clock, they will not sit in the office and they will not do any kind of the work. That non-cooperation they have started. But ultimately, most of the organization work 10 to 5 in and either private or public. Majority of organization, the time schedule is 10 to 5 or 9 to 5, whatever. After 5 o'clock, hardly people sits 1 hour or maximum 1.5 hours, not more than that. But what I have seen last 15-20 days, it's impacted a lot to the organization. That under association member, nobody is going to disturb the employee between that period 10 to 5 that you are not going to work. But after 5, they will say you have not to work. You have to leave the seat. But the mindset has been totally changed of the employees, because it's they are now in their mind that we have to move 5 o'clock exactly, and we are not going to work after 5 o'clock. They are, it's impacting the whole day work of the organization. And even so many, I have thinking that it's only the half hour or 1 hour after 5 o'clock people sits, and that 1 hour or half an hour, because that is they are not confining that timeline, because they are not going to work after 5 o'clock. So that timeline, that pressure, that deadline is fixed in their minds of the employees, so that if they are working on any kind of the work task, they will stop after 5 o'clock. They will not going to complete that. So it will be in between. Next day they will do it. So, what is the mindset? They are doing whatever they can do, but it's not going. The whole day work is not improving the performance, but only that confinement, that confrontation with the association on a issue, just non-cooperation is hampering the business a lot. That's the kind of challenges in the arrangements. Because it's part of the arrangements, the transfer policy, shifting of the and timing, place, geography, displacement, it also comes under the same category. So such kind of the situation arises during the organization, and it now after a few days it's negotiation, or association have negotiated, and there's even called the strike for 2 days, which will be withdrawn, and now the matter is resolved 2 days back, and it's now smooth, because it's a crucial month for any organization. It's last month of the financial year, so it's going to impact in a huge way to any organization. So matter has been resolved and it's working fine. But the conclusion of that point is that the mindset of the people is impacting in a large way. So further, it's the formal request here. If for any kind of the employee required, give the request, like it's required a sabbatical leave, it's required the maternity leave, they have to give the notice that I am expecting from that date. And like the leave also request, like transfer request also a request, they have provide, and the management proceed, go for and assess as per the need and process further. So which is, if it goes smoothly, it helps the employee enhance the productivity, because if the somebody transfer request match, If one someone going to back to their hometown, it's helping, it's saving the money as well. It's helping to the family. It's social networking, social life is improving in social life also. So it's helps, and the process, the request also consider the timeline. Why it is not within or 1 month, or probably within 1 month is disposed. What happened, Joe? Similarly, it's and give the advantage in so many way, like the people do their job smartly, as well they can and get admission in the good school at their location, provide the better education, they can take their child better, they can take care of their parents, old age parents, which helps. So further, there is, I will quote one case, here, there's a compensatory leave also. The people who are working on the holiday, we have the some terms and condition to work on holiday. If they are coming for holiday, they will be provided a 1 day dam oblique compensatory of, but compensatory of having that some conditions. The condition is that they will, on that day they will take the leave of, that would not be continue with the any kind of the holiday, as well as they cannot associate it with any kind of leave. So it become difficult, and any kind of the request we act, we have the system HRMS. Through that system, we accept the request. Employee can request for any kind of things. Similarly, I will quote the example of a disabled employee. Disabled employee, what banks have the facility, the like the orthopedical challenge employee, as well as the visually impaired employee. Bank provide the facility to, they can have the posting of near to their residence or nearby branches, where they can be posted to nearest places to their residence, and they will continue their posting. They will not be displaced. They are exempted and it transfers. So similarly, those employee are having the special a special child, or those child, they require the special care, like a special education kind of system required, special treatment required, as well as those having employer having the critical illness, or their dependents, as well as the any of their spouse or any himself. So they are given the priority in their transfers, in their request. They could be say, as well as the marriage grounds. Female staff are on marriage being provided, they placed their as she wants to which place, going want to go to which place, or husband near to husband, as well as army persons. They are also given the exemption of provide provisions to consider their request of transfers as per their choice. So such kind of the benefits, and also because we are in the service industry, which require a physical presence at the counter of the counter. We have the brick and mortar branches, physical branches. So the hybrid work will become very difficult. We even have tried, but it's not be helpful. It become difficult for the, because we can't find everything can provide through the physical virtually. We have to face. We have a counter. We have the physical branches. So we can't ignore that kind of the situation, and that hybrid working is become very difficult for banking. So it's not working in the organization exactly, I would say. And but flexi time, flexi time has been experimented in the banks. I would say I will give the example in flexi time in 10, 12 years back, during the 2008 and 9. There's some experiments in the banking industry in public sector when there are 8-to-8 banking system was introduced. Means some branches will open at 8 o'clock in the morning and will remain open till 8 p.m. evening. That flexible system means they have been given provided. It's in the some city, all not all the branches, but in the specific branches being the system in the city being given such kind of a work environment. What it's try to get that how after few months even that system work was in practice for 3 4 years, but after some time it has been realized the people are not moving to branches in the early morning times at 8 a.m. to as people usually having a mindset they when they move out at routine official work. But here we are having a shifting system. Only 2% had to be shipped 2% because to move for any transaction in the in the branch we require minimum two maker or checker and some more huge large number of volume transaction we require 3%. So minimum 2% has to be present at a time in the office to execute one transaction. So the one is the cashier has to be in the morning, another is one officer, and then one can counter staff can be provided. Only 2 3% has to be in the shift system. Rest as you in their routine work as usual, their schedule. And the incumbent, though, who is the head of that branch, he will come as usual on 10 o'clock and will remain at 7, probably 6 7 o'clock. It will that is routine. But when we organizations check the uh, after implementation, check the profitability and the viability of that system, it is not oh, helpful too much. So after a few years, it has been discontinued, and even uh, in some city, as per the traffic conditions, the banking branch system timings have been changed as per the local administration, keeping in view traffic conditions. Same way, even some banks are having some branches 24 into 7 like that system also introduced in a few years back in the bank public sector banks also uh, like hospitals stations or nearby such kind of the uh, uh, institutions branches have been made like that. And like now it's not much required because there are so many alternate options are available, atms available, neft digital, so many digital options are available nowadays. So shift work also available, shift work in the banking also required. Job sharing some is still required, not much workable here, but use as per the requirements of in the office. Telecommunicating like a teleworker, given bank node having one call center is not much helpful. Say, but all these things, the safety of and health, labor laws, and fair treatment, given the own all terms and condition in the organization, any case comes to the table being treated neutrally and fairly. There is no any kind of discriminatory complaint. Similarly, harassment cases, women harassment cases, there are some committees is there and in every office, in every unit. It's a process grievance system is there, and uh, remote work is not uh, feasible in our setup because we are having public dealings as well. So we find difficult. Leave arrangements in all such cases, leave arrangements is already there. Whatever somebody is going to absent. So these are the some cases which I have shared with my experiences. Like move forward, employer grounds mostly I have covered. More, employers grant for refusal. Yes, if not feasible, not found suitable, we can reduce. We can reject the case to case. Employers,
Attention, please, Dr. Nepal Singh ji. However, your that the session has been started 10-minute delay, so we are extended it 10 minutes. So by 14 mean 2 p.m. we are starting the another session. So I would request to, if Suresh Krish, the next speaker, is there, please be hold for the 2 p.m. and then we are starting your session, because we are already behind the 10 minute of the schedule, so that we have to give the time to Dr. Nepal Singh ji. So please continue, Dr. Nepal Singh ji, everyone with you. And the
Okay.
people reaction is not coming in right. Only one and two people are reacting on the response. And please be active and be reactive, so that it can be more engaged. Thank you so much, everyone. And Dr. Nepal Singh, please carry on.
Okay. Thank you very much. Operational disruptions risk means we have to be initiative, risk taking capacity, and if the not we are going to accept that request, we have to reject. And disruptions is always welcome in any kind of the organizations. Like the recently we have seen in the organization non-cooperation. Same after 4 or 5 rounds of discussions with the top management, after 15 days continuous non-cooperation, that matter has been resolved, and so many times they have been declined. Team financial viability of concerns. What are we are going to doing, taking that project or taking any kind of investment? We have to take the viability, financial concerns, how it's going to impact, how it's going to be beneficial to us. Team dynamics impact. Ultimately, we are in the everywhere we have to work in a team collaboration, and we have to maintain the balance between all the trust stakeholders and the team members as well as. So we have to be flexible and give the flexibility to others also on valid and grounds. Recent eligibility, yes. Expanded eligibility criteria. Recent reforms broaden the scope of employees' flexible work arrangements, now including those medical conditions or significant life events, enhancing inclusivity in the workplace. Sure. Similarly, in our cases on medical conditions, we give the priorities of any kind of the case will come with the medical condition. Give, like we are having the arrangement kind of transfers. If any staff, any employee come with some critical illness and of which dependent on himself, management give the priority to adjust him anywhere, whatever, wherever he want to go for post. So mandatory, yes, request. In every case, we require the request. We have the process guidelines. We follow. We comply with that, and review mechanism. Fair work. We don't. It's. I think exactly. It's not in our system, but we have our own in policy. Some committee is there which review any kind of the complaints comes regarding any kind of issues in the disputes. I have already discussed on what kind of the issues comes to us. We have discussed as well as resolutions also, because we can't keep any party aside. We have to negotiate. We have to go along with them. And mediation and dispute resolution, we have also reconciliation process. If anybody go to the court, like labor court, and the reconciliation process is there, we move there. If not, then it's EGIT and other higher court also available. We go with that, and we handle the case as per their priority, and protect the interest of the organization as well as the understanding document as such. Oh yes, what kind of documents we have? It's a legal, be challengeable. Any kind of document, what we agree, what we have introduced, it's that document has to be legally protected and valid. And what compliances, same, employers must stay informed. Yes, we are well versed with the what land of the law, and we follow and we comply with that. And the compliances is we abide with the law of the government and the law of natural law as well, social justice. We prevail and we protect. Thank you very much. I hope I have not bored because it's some little because the topic is so integrity has. So thank you very much, Vijay. Now it's if anybody has any kind of the question, so we can have some question answer. Otherwise, from my side, I have the share my experience what I have observed during my during related to the work flexible work arrangements issues.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nepal Singh ji. You have been that very effectively elaborated the comparison between that what exactly on the perspective of global is happening, even though the PSUB does not have that point of preparation as of now. So that's why when in the beginning or in the morning I have been said that this today's session is going to bring you to the standard of the globalization or what is going to happen into the global footprint as well as in related to the industrialization or further to when we say it as in the today's theme the new age of industrialization code and decode there it is about what is happening at the global footprint and how that are going to event and that impact to our industrial the conglomerate into India specifically. So here this is you have clearly defined what actually if the thorough activities you have the thorough listing there but still there are the gaps. So the truly and effective the comparison you have been made with what the future is for industrialization. The objective of this conference really met with your statement, your views, and your opinion. You have been put it here with to all the participants who have it there. So before that, as our the protocol that going for the question and answer, can you put this screen down so that I can pick everyone into the picture and that going for the picture and then after the question and answer sessions. Just stop the screen sharing. Yeah, thank you so much. Everyone, please come to the screen. Out of 27, I can only see 11 only, 12. Everyone, please. Manohara, Suman, Paul. Thank you. Please, 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 everyone come. I want to look here around 26 people should be on screen. Till then, I am not going to click any picture. Okay, that's just joker part. So again. Only one and two more screen required. So thank you so much. I can see also the another speakers here and not an issue. So the naughty kids are also there. It's good to play on Sunday because it is their time today, but we are consuming your time. So I'm very happy to see the kids behind you. Thank you so much. So now the first click, I'm going to put it here and who are the participants on the group. So they can see it here, number one. Until then, I will see the another participant who's I can see them on the screen. And now the another click here. So one more person I want to see. All there are the 16 and 12, 30, 15 only. One and two, please come to the screen. Yes. So quickly, I want to look the one and two more people on the screen, and then finally clicking on this the group session or the group picture. Okay, then Ruben, thank you so much, everyone. This is the another click. Thank you so much. Now the question and answer, and the screen is over to Dr. Nepal Singh ji. And your question are there, and that can be resolved and answered by the Dr. Nepal Singh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nepal Singh sir. Absolutely, this was a very important topic where we have to focus. Just would like to ask very quickly that sometimes it is difficult to convince to the top management by offering the different flexible benefits. Okay. So what would you like to suggest how we can convince to the top management as far as these flexible benefits are being concerned? Because it is resilience is there sometimes from the management that why we allow these our employees to that much of benefit.
Sir, you have replied yourself. The resilience is very important. As we have to check the trends, what's happening in our peer organizations, in our competitors in the market. And on the basis, we have to be resilient and we have to pursue our case and negotiate with the management.
If I would say comparatively, a lot of organizations are offering such benefits, but sometimes we get a challenge to offer such benefit to the employee because now employees are also very, they are also demanding different benefits from the employer. But
Yes.
employers are not ready to offer because they think that employee will not give their 100% contribution to the organization.
Uh, we have to convince the what benefits they are reaping after providing these facilities or these things. Like the employees are gets more satisfaction. Employees are more having retention or talent can be retained if provide such kind of facility. If on the basis of such kind of benefits we are losing the good talent or people are leaving the organization, what will be benefit to the management? So because we train the new employee, we take this time and it's consume the energy of others as well as the time of the organization. So we had to be resilient and to pursue or negotiate with the time to time, because without pursuance, management in one kick never accept any proposal.
Correct. Right.